जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी जय जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय जय यशोदनन्दन जय व्रज जनरञ्जन जय व्रज जनरञ्जन जय जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी 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 जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय जय यशोदनन्दन जय व्रज जनरञ्जन जय व्रज जनरञ्जन जय जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Krishna Prabhuji, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Prabhu's Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. So nice to see you all. Tomorrow is Rath Yatra. Is today Gundicha Marjana here? Today? Okay. I think some temples they did last week. Actually, Gundicha Marjana should happen every day. Such a beautiful service, such a beautiful festival actually. Even only in Krishna consciousness, in our movement, we can do cleaning also as a festival. For us, cleaning is a festival, every day. Because cleaning, we are not doing only for the external thing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us through the Gundichana Marjana Seva that it is actually the cleansing of the heart. And how one should cleanse the heart, he is teaching us through that physical act, through that example of Gundicha Mandir Marjana, So, today we will read from 2748, and very nicely it is connected with the Gundicha Marjana pastime also. So, I just thought the purport is so nice, so we can probably try to see where it connects. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So this is a two-liner, this shloka. It's in the our Vasanta Tilakam Brahma Samhita type meter chanda, but it's only two-liner. Sadryan niyamya yatayo yamakarta hetim Jahyuswarad ivanipan kanitram indraha Sadryan niyamya yatayo yamakarta hetim Jahyuswarad ivanipan kanitram indraha Sadryan niyamya yatayo yamakarta hetim Jahyuswarad ivanipan kanitram indraha. Prabhus? Sadryan. Sadryan nishamyatayo yamakarta hetim Jahyuswarad ivanipan kanitram indraha. Sadryan niyamya yatayo yamakarta hetim Jaghyo Swara Divanipana Kanitramindraha. Mataji. Sadriyan. Sadriyan. Sadriyan niyamya yatayo yamakarta hetim. Jaghyo Swarad Ivanipana Kanitramindraha. Anyone else? No? Sadryak, artificial mental speculation or meditation. Niyamya, controlling. Yatayaha, the mystics. Yamakarta hetim, the process of spiritual culture. Jahyuhu, or given up. Swarat, fully independent. Iva, as. Nipana, well. Kanitram, trouble for digging. Indraha, the controlling demigod supplying rains. Please repeat the translation. In such a transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of mind. Mental speculation or meditation as performed by the Jnanis and Yogis. One gives up such processes as the heavenly king Indra forgoes the trouble to dig a well. Purport, please hear. A poor man in want of water digs a well and undertakes the trouble of digging. Similarly, those who are poor in transcendental realization speculate on the mind or meditate by controlling the senses. But they do not know that such control of the senses and achievement of spiritual perfection are simultaneously made possible as soon as one is factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Person, the personality of Godhead. It is for this reason that the great liberated souls also desire to be associated in hearing and chanting the activities of the Lord. The example of Indra is very appropriate in this connection. King Indra of heaven is the controlling deity or demigod for arranging clouds and supplying rains in the universe. And as such, he does not have to undertake the trouble to dig a well for his personal water supply. For him, digging a well for the water supply is simply ludicrous. Similarly, those who are factually engaged in the loving service of the Lord have attained the ultimate goal of life. And for them, there is no need of mental speculation to find out the true nature of God or His activities. Nor do such devotees have to meditate upon the imaginary or real identity of the Lord. Because they are factually engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord's pure devotees have already achieved the results of mental speculation and meditation. The real perfection of life is therefore to be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. I was just telling, no, the last line really connects us with the Seva Bhav, right? This whole purport is, of course, but the last line, Prabhupada closes it with this beautiful line. The real perfection of life is therefore to be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Jai Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Purports Ki Jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Mande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Bhakti Shinte Mahavishnu Swami Namo Vishnu Pada Krishna Bhakti Shri Mate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Picharani Nurvisha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshadarani Krishna Prabhu's Mataji's beautiful verse. In such a transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of the mind, mental speculation, or meditation as performed by the Jnanis and Yogis. One gives up such processes as the heavenly king Indra forgoes the trouble to dig a well. It's a beautiful example. Huh? Someone who is the owner of all the waters, if he has to dig a well, how funny that instance looks like, that situation looks like. But Indra had to go through some situation similar to that. He was cursed to become a hog, right? And then he was so much attached to the hog family that when Brahma came to say, your curse time is over, you come back. He said, no, I am hog. What are you telling? I am not Indra. Right? So he says, no, I am very happy with the hog family. Why are you bothering me? I don't know who you are. See, this is a very beautiful, these two examples are really beautiful with Indra as the center, because when we forget our constitutional position of eternal servitor of the Lord, then we undergo this digging the well, like Indra digging the well. So much we are struggling to get happiness, but we don't know that in such a state, transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of the mind. What is the transcendental state that he is talking about? In the previous verses, he is talking about the Supreme Lord's transcendental qualities, how he is situated, and how we, when we realize the transcendental state of Krishna, we become favored by the Lord, causeless mercy. The Lord bestows upon us His causeless mercy the moment we realize His supremacy. The moment we realize and appreciate His supremacy. And the moment we realize and appreciate His supremacy, then the very next thing for us is opportunity for seva. This is exactly how we are all sitting here, because we have realized His supremacy. We have appreciated, not only realized, but we have appreciated, we are appreciating it every moment. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are doing it. Maybe that the eagerness to appreciate it even more will come in due course of time, but the process is that at least we have at least we are appreciating. That is the only reason we have been brought here, for seva. Now we are sitting and doing service. We are doing Shravanam Kirtanam. Like Prabhupada writes in the purport here, it is for this reason that the great liberated souls also desire to be associated in hearing and chanting the activities of the Lord. As much as the Lord's activities in killing the demons and in teaching Bhagavad Gita and all these various parakrama activities that he was doing, big activities like lifting the Govardhan hill and Raslila, all that. The pastime of the Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cleansing the Gundicha Mandira is equally powerful and potent. We have so much to learn from that. It is so relishable and so beautiful that every step of that in that pastime, in every step, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us so many things. And that is what Prabhupada is closing here. The real perfection of life is therefore to be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Because in the service, we actually enjoy, that is in the service is the only way by which we can enjoy the process of removing our anarthas. being engaged in the process of removing our anarthas. Otherwise, the moment you think that I have so much anarthas in me or so much dirt in me, the dirt inside the home is not no different from the dirt in my heart. Right? How I am struggling so hard to clean everything, the same way I have to struggle hard to clean the anarthas in my heart. But normally when we are doing this cleansing of anarthas, we become so bothered. Mind-boggling it is to even think that is so much to clean. I was thinking I was pure. Right? We always think that I am attending Mangalarti, attending Bhagavatam class, giving class. If somebody comes and tells you, Prabhu, you are having this problem, come on, we have to fix it, then we don't accept it. Because we don't like to be told that we have anarthas. But it is there. How do you know it is there? Because we haven't developed taste for Krishna Prema. That is the indication that we have anarthas in our heart. If we have developed that so much taste for seva, so much taste for Krishna Prema, when I tell Prabhuji, can you please do this? Oh Prabhu, I am not free, I am busy. Prabhu, I have to ask here, I have that, I have this. So many excuses we will give. Right? Prabhu, can we sit and read Bhagavatam? Oh no, Prabhu, I have seva. Can you do seva, Prabhu? No, Prabhu, I haven't completed my rounds. Okay, Prabhu, are you chanting? No, Prabhu, I have to go and fetch something. So many excuses and so many things, But this is the real symptom that I have not attained that Krishna Prema yet. So we have to somehow or other see that inside our thing, what is inside. So this introspection is a very important service to begin with. The service has to begin with the introspection part, and that is where Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita and our discussions, they help us very much. In our office also we have little group in which we do this discussion. It's a very informal gathering. So we can ask questions, we will contemplate, we will discuss till we analyze it threadbare to the best of our ability. That is really important, required. And that charcha is what Prabhupada has written, the reason why Prabhupada has written all these beautiful transcendental purports. It's not just to read and go, come on, we have read it, we moved on. Our spiritual master, Parampuja Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj used to say that we have to read in between the lines. In Prabhupada's purports, we have to read in between the lines. And we have to read in between the lines means we have to understand the intent of it, what Prabhupada is giving. What is the intent with which Prabhupada is giving the certain purports? Why would he write about the service when it comes to explaining that this is such a transcendental state, there is no need for artificial mental speculation or concoction? Why is he writing about service in this? That question has to come. We are all asking so many questions. We can ask questions. Whole Bhagavatam is filled with questions and answers. If Parikshit Maharaj had not asked questions, would we have 18,000 shlokas with us? Or this big book with us? Would we have this transcendental purports with us? So we have to instigate Prabhupada's purports. Maharaj used to say this beautiful point, that Prabhupada's purports instigate our intelligence. Even if we don't know how to question, he will himself ask question, and then he will instigate our intelligence. So that is the beauty of these Bhagavatam purports. And these questions, actually they are service to Krishna. Because service is nothing but that which will inspire another person to do the service. When you are serving Krishna, Krishna is inspired to do service to us. That is what happens. Right? When you do service, is Krishna sitting quiet? He is responding to our seva. He is giving to us, he is giving his seva to us. And one beautiful shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam is there. In this verse, Krishna, Lord Vishnu, actually reveals the potency of pure devotional service to the Lord. This beautiful verse, we'll read. 3.16.7, maybe you can bring it up. 3.16.7 it is. Yat sevaya charana padma pavitra renum sadyakshata akilamalam pratilabdashilam. Please, we can repeat together. Oh, you are not brought it up yet. If you close your eyes, you can recite nicely because I am breaking it already. 3:16:7. Yes. We are used to seeing and reading, so we are waiting for that. But actually speaking, Shravanam itself you can actually speak. Now let's do it. You have brought it up anyway. Yat sevaya charana padma pavitra renum sadyakshata akhilamalam pratilabdashilam na shrir viraktam apima vijahati yasyah preksha itare niyaman vahanti govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Such a beautiful verse this is. In this verse, Krishna is revealing how powerful and potent this devotional service is and how much he values that service to be. Yat sevaya charana padma. He is saying sevaya means my servants. You know, I have got these two beautiful qualities, he says. What are those two beautiful qualities? I am Vishnu. What does Vishnu mean? Just simply by thinking about him, all our sins are destroyed. That is why he is called Vishnu. He is saying how I got this quality of destroying everybody's sins. The moment you think of Lord Vishnu, your sins are destroyed. That qualification he has got, he is saying how he got it. See, nowhere else he says this. Anywhere else he doesn't say this, how he became Vishnu. Right? Actually he was eternally Vishnu, but how he became Vishnu? Yat sevaya charana padma pavitra renum. Pavitra renum means pure dust of the lotus. Charana padma pavitra renum means the dust from the lotus feet of the pure devotees. What does he do? He is saying, I am taking the dust from the lotus feet of my pure devotees and I am putting it on my head. That is why I got this quality of destroying everybody's sin. Moment they think of me, I got this quality to destroy everybody's sin. How I got it? He is telling, because I took the dust from the lotus feet of my pure devotees and I am, with great respect, I am putting it on my head, I got this quality. How much more that seva bhav must be, how much he must be respecting that seva bhav of his devotees. So this is the service he is doing to the servants. What is that? Taking the dust and putting it on his head. So anybody who does pure service will inspire others to do service. Right? Now suppose we do this service of studying Bhagavatam joyfully and we relish it, and if I do that service with all of you, then all of you will be inspired to relish Bhagavatam. That is the reality. Prabhupada was writing with so much relish. So he is engaging thousands and thousands of devotees in studying Srimad Bhagavatam and even more creating more and more pracharakas of Bhagavatam. Don't you think the moment you read Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, you feel like speaking to someone else? That is, you will not get that anywhere else in any other books. Isn't it, Prabhu? Prabhu? You don't get it from anywhere else, isn't it? No other books can inspire you to go and speak Bhagavatam because he is filled with that seva. Prabhupada is overflowing with that seva. Why? Because his Guru Maharaj told him to do that seva and he was completely dedicated his life for that one seva. And he is creating thousands and thousands and thousands of pracharakas and devotees, pure devotees. How is it possible? This thing that if you really do service, it should inspire others to do the seva. In some way or other. So this is the first thing that Vishnu is telling. What is that? By putting the dust of the lotus feet of my pure devotees on my head, I got this quality of serving everyone else by destroying their sins. Krishna is doing that also as a service. I am serving the people because what is service actually means in colloquial terms? To make life comfortable for others, isn't it? Isn't it? Someone you are doing service means, like I came yesterday night, our Prabhu was actually arranging for the room. He could have told, Prabhu, lie down somewhere, anywhere. So much places there. Sab Bhumi Gopal ki. He could have told. I would not have mind. Prabhu, such a big hall is there in the temple. You can roll from here to there if you want. Right? I would not have mind because anyway, it's just Krishna's arrangement is saying here. You just have to get ready and come to the class. That's all. But see, to make life comfortable for others, easy for others. So he had to come and arrange someone else to come and arrange for this thing, water, and then they were asking, Prabhu, did you take prasadam? Can I arrange for prasadam? These are all seva bhav, to make life, easy for others, so that their devotional service goes uninterrupted. That's all pretty much. Their connection with Krishna continues, or their love to their inspiration to serve Krishna continues on without any interruption. That is all service is all about. Service is not only physical service. Physical service also is, of course, any service is service. But where you are going and preaching, suppose I go and preach to somebody, you are not making somebody a devotee. Krishna is making the devotee. We are just in between. They say, no, hu karu, ej ajnanata, shakatano bharana shwanatane. Anurag Prabhu, got it? Gujarati, yes, it is. Hu karu, I am doing. This is Nasim Mehta's bhajan. Ej ajnanata, this is the ajnanata. What is that? Ignorance. I am doing, it's saying. And he is giving a beautiful example in the second line. Shakatano bharana shwanatane. Shakatano means a bullock cart. In the village and all, the bullock cart will be, they will carry heavy burden, no? They will be going in the hot sun. It will just, for miles together, they will carry it. But what will happen, that bullock cart, that load will be there, that flat thing will be there, no? The flat on which the platform on which the load is there. Underneath that there will be shade, because the flat thing creates a shade underneath. Outside all fully sun. There will be a dog that will be walking under that cart with its tail and head up like this. I am carrying the load, thinking like that. Hu karu, ej ajnanata. I am doing. This is the ajnanata. The bullock is with sweating and it is carrying that heavy load. It is not feeling that I am carrying. But this dog is thinking I am carrying. This is the beauty of our saints and sages. Right? They gave such a simple example to teach us that Bhagavad Gita shloka, Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudahatma. Out of ahankara we are thinking, I am doing. Ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. He thinks that he is doing it. Service also we think we are doing. Prabhu, I am busy in service. Who is doing the service? I am not doing the service. Krishna is doing the service. We are just being there, that's all. Like that Shwan, that dog. We should never think that we are doing it. But that's why Vishnu himself is telling that I got this quality of destroying everybody's sin simply by thinking of my name. If I can destroy, how much powerful quality that must be. Because I am serving my devotees. That is the same thing about pure devotees also. The moment we think of Prabhupada, our heart is joyful. The moment you think of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the heart is joyful. Isn't it? It's dancing in joy. You think of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing in the Rath Yatra, you will feel really it's a custom to read that dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in front of the Rath Yatra cart on the day of Rath Yatra. In all the temples they normally do it. They read that chapter from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's such a beautiful chapter. We can see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually dancing. But we are dancing, we are looking, anybody is looking at me. I will dance in such steps that everybody will look at me and, oh, such a nice dancer. Such a nice singer. Isn't it? So this is where we are creating that by thinking like this, I am doing, we are also stopping our service. We are stopping Krishna in the flow of the service, and we are stopping others also in doing their service. So this is the greatest disservice that we are doing. Our service is also interrupted, we are making other service also interrupted. Real service, as we discussed, it should inspire others to do the service. If I am sitting here for name and fame, it will only be a 45 minutes of performance. Krishna doesn't want performance. He is the best performer. He can do anything he wants. Right? He doesn't want performers. He wants devotees. So how, see, we can see the Seva Bhav is what is lifting the spirits of the whole group. You can see how this center is growing in so beautifully in leaps and bounds because of the Seva Bhav. Seva Bhav means giving up the doer mentality. Seva Bhav also means giving up the identification that I am so and so and so and so. We may have so many titles in our occupation or in the society or in wherever it is. But the moment we come in front of Krishna, Krishna doesn't care what you are, who you are. He treats everybody the same. And that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us through the example of Prataparudra, King Prataparudra. That whole pastime, Prabhu's Mataji, is that Gundicha Mandir, this thing, and Rathayatra thing. Well, so many things are there, reasons are there. One important reason Lord enacted those two pastimes is to give special mercy to Prataparudra for his Seva Bhav. You see, in that Rathayatra, there are only two people who saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing in all the 7 groups. Who are those two people? And one more. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, right? So Prataparudra was the one who saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing in all the 7 Kirtan group. Otherwise, everybody else in that particular group were thinking that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in my group only. They were not knowing, they were not seeing the other groups. It's like when Krishna is dancing with all the gopis, the devatas, they got to see Krishna, so many expansions of Krishna. But gopis did not see. Gopis are busy with their own Krishna. Krishna is with me and mine only. Right? So this is actually, Prataparudra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew the pure love and devotion of Prataparudra. But he was watching how he is revealing his true nature. Right? So initially he gave all this, he was rejecting all the proposals given by the, I will keep it simple, short, because we all know the story deep. But he was not interested in meeting it. Externally he was doing that. Then he let the son of Prataparudra come and he hugged him, and Prataparudra was in ecstasy. And he gave the cloth, that also he took it as his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Then slowly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to teach us through his personal example of how to cleanse, how to clean our heart by the example of Gundicha Mandir, Marjan. When this Gundicha Mandir was cleaned, he was actually the first and foremost thing we should actually do is that we should respect the seva as non-different from Krishna. We should not say that, okay, this mic is there, come on, all of you come and sit, we should start speaking. No. We should actually ask for permission. We should request for permission for the service. Only if we are given the permission, we should speak, or we should do that seva. Even if I have to clean this floor, I should ask the in charge, Prabhuji, can I clean the floor? Or Prabhuji, can I offer this flower to the Lord? It is so important, because that is the beginning of our humility in approaching the seva. Not that, hey, I am here for so long, I can do my service. No. To so much so that when Bali Maharaj took over the Swargaloka and all, no, Vaman Dev, this in second canto, there's a beautiful verses there revealing the Vaman Dev's incarnation, no, purpose of incarnation. When he comes to Bali Maharaj, he is coming as a Brahmana boy and he is begging for the 3 spaces of land. Actually, the whole land belongs to Krishna. He doesn't have to beg. But why does he beg? Prabhupada writes in the translation beautifully that even one's own possession, one cannot take it back without begging. Suppose you are giving your car or bike to me, Prabhuji, use it for a few days. Right? I will use it. So what he is saying, what Vaman Dev is telling us is that, Prabhuji, can I take this vehicle or is it you need it for service more? If so, you please keep it. I will borrow from someone else. This is the actual mood of seva. In other words, I don't own it. The moment we think that we are owning something, we will not be able to give it to anyone else. Even seva also, we should not feel that we are owning it. After some time, we start feeling I am owning it. Hey, I am the pot washer of this Vishal Nagar group. No one else can come near me. They go on like this, they occupy the sink. Nobody can bother me. This is again pride. Anybody comes for the service, yes, Prabhuji, please do it. You do like this, you have the inspiration, you do in the way you want, but it should be clean, that's all. Because Prabhupada was having that eagerness to engage everybody in the service, everybody came in. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so much eager to engage everybody in the service, everybody came in. He inspired everybody through. Not that I am the only one doing the service. That is also doer mentality. That doesn't inspire others to take up service and doesn't make others feel comfortable also. Sometimes we have people who will like, oh Prabhu, if that Prabhu is there, I cannot come for this service. Right? He's too bossy, it's very difficult, we cannot do anything. So these are all the things where how we are interrupting or blocking others from doing their service. These are all things which we should avoid in our thing. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us through Prataparudra, the moment he sees that Seva Bhav is slowly engaging him. He is observing Prataparudra. Mahaprabhu is observing Prataparudra. So initially when he begged for that, I want to do this service, then Prataparudra is really feeling embarrassed. Mahaprabhu, you should not be asking me permission. Everything is yours. You please engage in whatever way you want to engage, I am willing to supply. How much ever brooms you want, how many ever pots of water you want, you please take as much as you want. This is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his humility, he inspired all others to come to the seva. First and foremost thing. And when Prataparudra was engaging everybody in the service, and everybody started doing the seva, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was making sure every part, every nook and corner of the temple is cleaned. He did not leave one place clear. And he did one cleaning and he did second cleaning also. And then after second cleaning, he also went around and cleaned all the outside places also. Not just the temple alone. What we do is we keep our home, when people, you will be thinking, oh, Prabhuji is coming or some Maharaj is coming, then we will keep that room alone clean. And if you see the all other rooms, it will be like very dumped into so many different things will be there. So people can't even enter inside. So it is because we are seeing some part as Krishna's, some part as not Krishna's. Then we don't, have the broad-mindedness, right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cleaned everywhere outside also, so that even the dirt that is coming from outside also don't come to the outer part of the of the place. So this is how in our heart also we should, why we are doing Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Again and again why we are doing it. So that the cleansing happens and next day something again comes back. So again we are cleaning it. It's a Nityam Sevaya. There are two things in Bhagavatam, if you do, there are two things that should happen. Maharaj said in every single verse, the essence of this verse is there. In all the 18,000 shlokas, the essence of this shloka, one shloka is there. And that is why we sing that shloka every time before commencing Bhagavatam. What is that shloka? Nashta praya shabadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. If you are studying Bhagavatam every day, nityam bhagavata sevaya, if you are doing it, then two things should happen. What are the two things that should happen? Nashta praya shabadreshu and bhakti bhavati naishtiki. If these two things are not happening, then we are not reading Bhagavatam, or in the name of reading Bhagavatam, we are reading something else. This essence of this verse is there in all the 18,000 shlokas. So all the Nashta Praya Shabadreshu, all the Abhadra should be destroyed when we read Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam, when we do our chanting. And when we do the cleansing of the all the places, then our heart is cleansed. And many times we have this mood also, that home it can be like a junk, but temple I will come and clean. I will, because in the temple people are saying, oh Prabhu, you are such a great servant, you are so much service power, seva bhav you have. Again, this is also another narrow-minded approach. We should not be there. You see? So Krishna is teaching us through this, both his personal example and by his instructions, that Seva Bhav means everywhere. Not just in one small place. In the temple, we are not devotees only in the temple. We should be devotee everywhere. This is again, many times Maharaj would tell us that, don't be a devotee only in the temple. Be a devotee everywhere. Be a devotee in the office also. Devotee means devoted. One who is devoted is a devotee. Right? So we should not, confine ourselves to certain smaller these things only. So in that first thing that we will get back to that shloka, Yatsevaya Charana Padma Pavitra Renum, Sadyakshata Akila Malam, all the amalas, Sadhya, immediately, all the dirts are destroyed the moment they think of me. Prati Labda Sheelam means I have obtained that quality. How did I obtain the quality? By putting the dust of the devotees on my head, dust of the lotus feet of the devotees on my head. And the second thing he says, this is the first thing he says, Na Shrir Viraktam Apimam Vijahati Yasyaha. He's saying, I am not at all thinking of Lakshmi. I don't care for Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi is sitting always besides me. She is always pressing my legs. I don't get up and say, okay, nice, you did nice seva. I don't say that at all. I am just busy thinking about my other devotees and all. But Lakshmi Devi is not leaving me at all. Normally, if a husband is like that, the wife will say, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol and go away. Right? If a husband is not at all caring or not acknowledging, they will just leave and go away. But here Lakshmi Devi is not leaving at all. And Vishnu is always lying, sleeping, enjoying. He is, of course, he is not resting, he is not sleeping, but he is sleeping. In the sense, he is not, acknowledging or appreciating or whatever she did. But she doesn't stop pressing at all. Her seva is one seva which doesn't stop. For all other sevas, there is a break, isn't it? So we are wondering, Lakshmi Devi, does she ever get to sleep? Does she ever get to eat prasadam? Does she ever get a break? No. She is always pressing, isn't it? We have our breaks. We have, after Bhagavatam, when puja part is over, puja pet we will have to start. Right? So it has to go on. But we don't think about this quality at all. But the beauty is, Lakshmi Devi doesn't leave Vishnu at all. In spite of the fact that he is so neglectful of Lakshmi Devi. Right? Actually, he is not neglectful. Why? Because he is keeping her in his heart. Lord Vishnu is keeping Lakshmi Devi in his heart. Even though she is outside serving, she is also in the heart of Vishnu. And actually Lakshmi Devi enjoys that very much. Why? She is enjoying that position very much. She is telling that in Bhagavatam, in the 5th canto. In her prayer she is telling that. Why she is enjoying staying in Vishnu's heart very much? Yes, Mataji. Happy to serve. Yeah, but it's a very abstract statement. How do you have to be more specific. Happy to serve in that position. What service she does in the heart? Krishna says, Sadhor Hridayam Mahyam Sadhunam Hridayam Toham. All the devotees are in my heart. So, when Lakshmi Devi in the heart, it means he is always thinking about his devotees. So, when Lakshmi Devi is in the heart, she is directly getting the service of serving the devotees of Krishna. Because Krishna's desire is there and the devotees are there in the heart. So, she gets to serve them. So, this is how she is feeling, that I get the association of the devotees, I get to serve the devotees. So, she is telling, Vishnu is telling, Na Shrir Viraktam. Viraktam means I have given up. Happy mom, I don't have any attachment to all my opulence and everything. That he tells Lakshmi Devi, if you want, you can go anytime you want. I won't stop you. You go anywhere, I don't care. But she is telling, no, don't ignore me like that. Even if you ignore me by not acknowledging it's okay, but I don't want to go. Please don't kick me out. That's why she is holding feet so that it doesn't kick. Right? Na Shri Viraktam Apimam Vijahati. Vijahati means giving up. Yasyaha. Preksha Lavartha Itare. Preksha means, Lavartha means little bit, tiny little bit. What is that? Itare means all these other great personalities. They are all doing Lakshmi Puja, this Puja, that Puja, and falling at her feet, and please give me this much, make me a millionaire, make me a billionaire, give me this, give me that, give me name, fame, everything. She is just rejecting and saying, oh, you want that? Get it from my servants. I don't want. She doesn't care for them. Those who are doing all puja and glorifying and everything. On the other hand, Vishnu is ignoring and she doesn't want to leave him. So this is the second quality of Vishnu. See, if we also do proper service in the service bhav, then nobody will leave us also. This is the beautiful quality of Krishna. How, if we continuously have seva bhav, who will leave you? They will always want to associate with you, isn't it? You take the examples of various leaders in our movement. Why we are hankering for their association? Because they are hankering to serve everyone. That is why they want to serve Krishna and all his devotees. They want to serve all the Acharyas. That is why the moment they come, we all want to have a little bit of glance of their mercy, So that is how, when that seva bhav is there, we don't look for reciprocation. We look only for the opportunity to serve, that's all. Nothing else we want. Pratap Rudra had that bhav. Initially, he was telling, I will commit suicide if I don't get to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's association. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, to commit suicide if you want, who cares? You try to threaten me or what? Like in the office and all, they will say, no, you don't give me hike, I will resign. Resign, who cares? Nowadays, there's nothing like it. Right? They do that. So, first he was trying to do emotional blackmailing. Everybody was worried, if the king dies, what will happen? Chaitanya Prabhu didn't care. This kind of jumlas and all will not work with me. Then he says, I will give up my body. Then he say, I will become mendicant. First he says, I am mendicant. Then he says, I will give up my life. Slowly, so Chaitanya Prabhu says, okay, let's give him some mercy. Then when the Rath Yatra actually, so the whole cleansing, everything happens. And in that process, actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us how we have to be very, very meticulous in identifying our anarthas bit by bit and removing and destroying all of them, cleansing all of them from our heart. Not just, okay, little bit envy can be there, pride, okay, greed can be there. What is a big deal? So many people are there. If greed is not there, how will I get the greed to serve Krishna? These kind of crazy ideas we will have in our mind. But there are 6 different things that anarthas, that the dirts. Bhaktivedanta Thakurji compares our 6 different anarthas to this, the dirts. What are those? Kutinati. Kutinati means duplicity. Even the duplicity that we have will stop us from our seva bhav. So we should give up that. The next thing is pratisthasha. We always have this desire for name, fame and popularity. And the next thing is jiva himsa, envy of others. Prabhupada writes beautifully in that purport in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Beautifully he says, where is that statement? I just noted it down. The word jiva himsa, envy of other living entities, actually means stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness. Jiva himsa, stopping preaching or not preaching itself is a violence to the other atmas. Because you are not helping others to remember Krishna. You are not helping the others from, gaining more seva bhav and develop that, awe and reverence for Krishna. When awe and reverence is there, they will engage in seva. And when you are doing the seva, if it reflects in our face, we are really so joyful and blissful. You see? So we have to be, and that joy and relish, that cheerfulness that reflects in our face, inspires others to take up the seva. You see, when you go on Harinam Sankirtan, like tomorrow we will go on chanting Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, our Sankirtan thing, we are doing it. When we are really joyful, dancing and this thing, those who are not care also, they will also smile. They will also dance. They will wave their hands. Their Sukruti has started. How much is beautiful. It is a very, very simple. Just enjoy the devotional service. That's all. So this Jiva Himsa is another important thing we should remove. For that, what we should do? We should continuously preach. And that preaching is not only through vacha, through speaking only. By serving, when you see, the moment our seva is over, if you have to remove these things or clean, put the chairs in the proper place and close the screen and switch off the lights, these are all seva. These are all preaching. Right? So every single activity is preaching. There is a beautiful this thing, Hindi doha in about this. Tan pavitra seva kiye. Our body is purified by doing physical service. And then dan pavitra kar dan. Our dan, that which we have, it gets purified by doing dan, by doing charity. Man pavitra hari bhajan kar. Our mind becomes purified by doing hari bhajan. See, even in that seva, if you would see, when the Gundicha Mandira seva, Chaitanya Prabhu was not simply asking everybody to simple quietly, but everybody has to chant Hare Krishna mantra. If you have to pass on the parts, you can say, pass on the part. Krishna, that's all, they will part. Then if you have to fill the water, Krishna, then you will fill the water. So everywhere this Krishna's name was chanting and reverberating everywhere. So this is how our service also is purified when Hari Bhajan is included involved in it. And then the Man Pavitra Hari Bhajan Kar Hota Trivida Kalyan. 3 types of Kalyan. What is that? Tan Pavitra Seva Kiye, Dhan Pavitra Kar Dan, then Man Pavitra Hari Bhajan Kar Trivida Hota Kalyan. Beautiful, simple prayers, you see. How our mind, body and our dhan, everything can be purified. Having Lakshmi, what are we going to do? At the end of the day, when we are in our last days, we won't even have the consciousness. Though these days they don't keep the consciousness also intact. They put the tubes around and it's all gone. We can't. If you want to speak out open, also they put some tube inside your mouth, and we can't say whatever we want to say also. Maybe that person was trying to tell the account number and password, who knows? Right? So instead of getting that, you put the tube, and then eventually what happens? The bank manager is doing Harinam Sankirtan because nobody knows the password, nobody knows the account number. Where will it go? Why Swiss is going, Switzerland is growing, all the money, black money dumped there is just theirs. It doesn't come back. They don't tell to anybody. Even government is not able to find out. How will the family members find out? Right? So this is how we are destroying ourselves and our dhan, pavitra kar dan. When we do the dan, then our dhan becomes purified. We don't realize that. So this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching us through time and again, that how we should be involved, how we should inspire ourselves, cleanse our heart through the seva bhav. That is why Prabhupada writes beautifully in one purport. I think it is in 3.32, if I'm not wrong. The last verse in that chapter and the last lines of that purport, Prabhupada ends that chapter by beautifully saying the statements. I'll just get it for you. Just give me 1 sec. I think it is 29th chapter, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 3:29:45. The last verse of the last line of the last verse of that chapter. Prabhupada writes, a devotee desires only to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This servitude exists eternally. The Lord exists eternally. His servitor exists eternally. And the service exists eternally. How beautifully Prabhupada ends that chapter. I'll read it again. This beautiful line. The devotee desires only to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This servitude means service attitude. This servitude exists eternally. The Lord exists eternally. His servitor exists eternally. And the service exists eternally. You should not think that, hey, the service is over. I will not get the service. No, service exists eternally. Somebody else is doing it. You find some other seva. Service is not only this service. Any service is service. If today we are given a service to speak Bhagavatam, that is today's service. Tomorrow if we have to hear Bhagavatam, that is another service. Why you say, only if I give the service to speak, I will see. That is Maya, illusion. Right? So the point is that we should engage. Now, we should not think that giving class is the only service. Preparing for the class is also service. Thinking about preparing for the class is also a service. Like when somebody is going to Dhamna, we should not tell them that, hey, only if you go to the Dham you will please the Lord. No. The moment they think of taking vacation and preparing, booking tickets and all, preparing all these things, that moment itself the seva, the reciprocation for the seva starts. The moment Prataparudra desired to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his seva started. And when he swept the floor, the roads, streets, for giving up his king, that position and all that, he did not see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seeing him, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw him. This is the perfect thing that Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada said, that don't try to see Krishna, but act in such a way that Krishna will see you. He said that Prataparudra is the best example for that. He was initially trying to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not like it. He said, you do your seva. I am happy with wherever you are and doing the seva. You are doing a very important seva of managing the whole thing. Everybody, as a Raja, as a king. But when he acted as a menial servant, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. That moment he decided that, okay, today I am going to give him the mercy. And that's when he did the Alingan and he allowed him to press the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chanting the Gopika Geetam. See how many opportunities. First, the moment he took the broom and he started serving, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the opportunity to take darshan on all the 7 different kirtan group also. And the second mercy he gave us personally serving him by massaging his body, and he did the Alingan also. Even though he knew that it is Prataparudra, he acted as if he does not know, because at that time Prataparudra came like in a servant vesh, Sevite vesh. So Jagannath is so merciful. We always see Jagannath as Bhoga Priya, no? Right? He always wants prasadam. Actually, that is not his main thing. He is Seva Priya. By taking Bhoga, he engages everybody in the Seva. Right? He gives so much opportunity for people to serve. If he takes only one item, only one devotee will get opportunity. Then the Matajis will keep complaining, oh, I get only one day Rajbhog in the entire month, Prabhu, what can I do? I want to serve more. Like that they will say. Right? But in Jagannath Puri, wherever Jagannath is there, Chapan Bhog, you engage everybody in Seva. Right? So tomorrow, how many items I don't know. Normally in ISKCON, we don't know max. Chapan Bhog means 56, but we don't know number 56. We do 1,000 items, 5,000 items, like that we offer to the Lord. Like that. In Puri also, tomorrow is going to be such a great festival. This is Manaso Maha Utsavam. First, the festival should start in our mind. Then the whole body and everything will be benefited. So we are festival devotees. Festival devotees means not that we were awake only during festival time. Festival devotees means every day is a festival for us. See, Bhutal Bhakti, this is a nice thing. Bhutal Bhakti Padarat Motu Brahma Lokma Nahire Punyakari Amrapuri Pamya Ante Chaurasi Magire. It's a beautiful line. Bhutal Bhakti Padarat, in this Bhutal, in the entire material world, Padarat means substance, essential substance. Motu means bigger than that. But Bhutal Bhakti, better than Bhakti, there is no greater Padarat in this world than bhakti, both in this whole world. Punyakari Amrapuri Pame, you go all the way to Swargaloka and Brahma's place also, you will not get it there. Ante Chaurasi Magire, after doing all the Chaurasi like Yonika Chakra also, you will not get it. This is so rare, he is telling. Narasimha is telling, so beautiful. And then he is telling, Harina Janato Mukti na Mage, Mage Janamo Janama Avatarire. See Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, same message. He says, no, Bhavata, Mama Janmani Janmanishware, Bhavatat Bhakti Rahaitu Kid. Harina Janato, Harijan, Krishna's devotees, Mukti na Mage. They don't want Mukti. Mage Janamo Janama Avatarire. I want more and more and more opportunity to take birth again. Why? Nita Seva, Nita Kichana, Nita Kirtana, Vochava, Nirakva, Nandakumarare. Very beautiful lines, Nita Seva. Nitya Seva. We want to do Nitya Seva. Even I want to be always engaged in Seva. That is the only reason I want birth. Not to enjoy again and again. Enjoy material thing again and again. Nitya Seva, Nitya Kirtana. I want to always engage in glorification of Krishna. Ochava means very loudly with the top of my voice. Nirakva Nanda Kumarare. That way, Nirakva means I will capture Krishna in my eyes and keep him arrested and keep him inside my heart. That is what it actually means. Nirakva. Rakva means I will capture Krishna and confine him in the prison of my heart through the eyes. Nanda Kumarare. So this is how we should stop here. And time is also of the essence. I don't know. Actually, we don't take breakfast so soon, no? We have to do Mangalarti now, right? Yeah, that is the only thing. I was wondering. I'll stop here, Prabhu. I'm sorry if I had extended it by any few minutes or whatever. So much to discuss on this one thing alone. There's a lot of nice points also. We can discuss it. Krishna will always give another opportunity. There is no dearth of opportunity for seva. Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jai Shri Shri Gaurnitai Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Rathayatra Mahotsav ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavanta ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Manchakalpatarabhyascha Kripasandabhyascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnubhyo Jai. So normally you stop at 7:45, huh?